Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, we got audio now. Let me just make sure it didn't fuck with teamliquid.net. Okay, good. We got audio. Okay, move it.
John says testing.
It works. It works. If you guys can hear me, then yeah. I had to restart it again. Some kind of glitch. Okay.
Couples 997 says the cat came back the very next day. Meow 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 meow. Treats now slave human.
Nickaples. Come on, man. If an angel smokes cigars for 20 years. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna heck up the VODs. Actually, I can split it up. It'll be a little weird, but I'm gonna have a separate VOD on YouTube for the previous match. That actually may just be fine. In fact, I'm gonna export it now so it'll be available sooner. While I wait. All right. If the lobby works. Oh, actually, it's gonna not. Never mind. It's gonna be one contiguous video still. Interesting. I can do that. Choose outcome. It was in Himba. Acheron versus Prototype. The Slayer of Cell versus the first of his kind. Yeah, refresh, Drew. My stream, I don't see any errors here on my end. But let's see how it goes. All right, it is a best of 5, and here we go. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of a waterfall, representing Bing Bong Exports in the teal. It is Acheron. And his opponent in the bottom left, give it up for Team Gosu Pros, Prototype in the red. Got a little PVT here for you. Yeah, it was a pretty quick series. And definitely the last game was a little unexpected, I think, for all of us. We got a gas first from Acheron. And I think his nerves are up here. Curious to see what builds these guys got for us. No scout from either player just yet. Oh boy, Acheron hydrates. He can't see it because he's playing. If he is even in stream 100%, he's muted. Because he was here earlier. As would be Prototype. They're our focus mode. Magnus with the bets. Get those predictions in, folks. We only got one bet in there. You can do better than that. My former teammate and pseudo teammate of Bing Bong Exports. Acheron, okay. Prototype goes for a scout. Is just going for a Reaper expand. So nothing too crazy from Mr. Terran Man so far. He's just doing a pretty standard setup. Acheron also in kind, doing just about the same. Actually went for a quicker second gas than his pylon. So is Acheron going to cut a probe? Nope, he's just going to continue on, allowing a Reaper to potentially get a lot of damage. He did not cut a probe at 20 for the Nexus, so he could have had a quicker unit out. All right, it's going to be a Twilight opener, so likely to be Blink for Acheron. We shall see. Adept is certainly not going to be out for a while, I think. You know, it's an economically sound move, but when you factor in Reapers, I don't know. Nice micro from Acheron, however. Is going to keep 2 probes alive for now, but looks like that's in a lot of trouble. Oh my gosh, is this Reaper going to go down? Let's see if the Shade finishes. Does it catch it? The Reaper's going to regen a little. Oh, beautiful save from Acheron. In the meantime, it is going to be a 1-1-1 from Prototype. Acheron going in. Okay, we're going to see a Stalker file up. Let's see what happens here as... Well, yeah, it is going to be Blink. Let's see the build. Very, very standard on meta so far. PvT, actually, we've been seeing a lot of double gas openers all around, but that said, otherwise, just a 1-1-1, and the Marine even fell. Acheron with the freaking Adept micro. Look at this guy. This guy right here has already got value. 4 kills with this Adept, a Reaper, a Marine, and 2 SCVs. That's actually huge. You cannot hope for better, and it looks like, let's see, we got 3 gates. A Robo. Is this going to potentially be 4-gate Blink? We shall see in a moment. It's at least 3 gates. We're going to potentially see a 4th come down here in it. Acheron going in for more value. But damn, this is pretty wild to see that. You really can't ask for much more with an Adept opener. And again, the trades, only 1 probe for all that damage is quite remarkable. Yeah, it is going to be 4-gate Blink for Acheron. And not to spoil anything, but I do know this player quite well. He tends to not really max packs it. Max pack shows us you don't have to go all in on 4-gate Blink. But Acheron does like to commit. He's going to have nothing in defense, however, against this medevac. Okay, he is going to posture to take a 3rd, potentially. All right, nice micro. He does lose a lot of mining time. Oh. These Widow Mines are kind of dastardly. Nice Blink micro, though. Is he going to pull the probes into... Oh, my God. This is so close. 1 Stalker does fall, and a couple workers. Ultimately, could be a lot worse. But Acheron's going in with a Warp Prism. 1 mine does make it out, but still, nonetheless, not a horrible defense. And Acheron's army supply is looking pretty good for Protoss at this time. He may just... Yeah, he's got a few extra workers, but it's just saturation issues considering what just happened. He's going to jump right in on this. Obviously, there's no stim, there's no combat shields. Hell, there's 1 tank on the low ground. A lot of these Marines are falling, but he is taking a lot of damage on these Stalkers. Has to be careful. Okay, now there's a 2nd tank out. This makes things a bit of an issue for Acheron. He doesn't want to just blink right in there. Oh, no, it's the same tank. Never mind. He could actually aggress from the front if he scouts this. Oh, does he get the Widow Mine? And the medevac, potentially. He gets the medevac and the Widow Mine. And is going to jump right on top of that bunker. It is going to fall. Auto turret drop from the Raven. Tank is going to go back to the low ground, but there's another one to be coming. Acheron does have this observer already here, mind you. So this is looking pretty good for Acheron. He's posturing to take a 3rd drop and extra pylons. Very, very committed on 2 base, but he does have the charge follow-up. The charge follow-up is, in my eyes, very crucial. So he's now like 100,000% all in, considering the damage. And Himba still making SCVs, though, which is kind of a bold move. Not gonna lie, it is a bit of a bold move. And Acheron does have to contend with 2 tanks. However, nice blink forward. Is a little jebaited by the SCV's back, so he's forced to go back. Does take a lot of hull damage, though. But again, With a warp prison, it's pretty good. There we go. It's a little later, but he has a third Nexus and a robotics bay follow-up with a forge. So the game's kind of in his court a little bit. Let's take a look at the trades. He did throw a little bit in terms of stalkers right there. Let's not lie here. That's 10 stalkers. You don't want to see that. He's going in with stalkers. Personally, I would have said a little chargy boy warping would have probably been a better move, just to snipe that tank, and then he could be aggressive in the front. You know, kind of try to force Prototype out of position. Prototype does have, well, yeah, he's at third CC going down in the natural, of course. So the game is kind of normalizing. We have +1 ground weapons coming for Acheron with 2 more gates. He hasn't done anything with the robotics bay just yet. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Acheron was in a fantastic position, but his trade's starting to not be the greatest by any means. Yeah, he is definitely on a good econ, but let's take a look again. So there were 11 SCVs killed. Prototype down on workers, but he's milling hard. Acheron did fix his saturation. Third base has completed, so he is starting to mine and get into good production. However, concussive shell is going to finish up. Stim and combat shields already did. +1 going to finish significantly faster for Prototype, but Acheron could buy some time. He needs to buy time now because our Terran army is now about 2 to 1. It's approaching, and he has all the tools: the medevacs, the tanks, the marines, the marauders. He even has concussive, and these stalkers look like they're in a lot of trouble. Uh-oh, the one derping stalker even catching the other side. At least Acheron has vision, but ultimately it is 6 gates. We have 1 Robo Colossi and no shield battery in either base. Yeah, he should probably... He saw everything. He's losing units. He should probably have dropped some shield batteries. It's going to be a little late for that now. That robotics facility seems like it's in a lot of trouble. Oh, Prototype, what are you doing? He's going all the way back. He's F2ing. He is all army hotkeying back to deal with a charge lot. That was actually a brilliant decision from Acheron to do a drop, but a little bit of an overreaction from his Terran opponent. That said, sorry. I'm thinking of previous games. Prototype is going to go back. A 6 Zealot Warpin is going to come in second. Colossi finishes one of the batteries in the third, and then the natural do finish up here. +2 ground weapons on the way for Acheron. We got +1 infantry armor and ship weapons coming from Prototype. The army supply now cutting it kind of closer. And actually, if Acheron can take a good fight, there's not that +1 infantry armor is going to finish before, and there's a good number of medevacs here. The tank placement's pretty good for Prototype, but Acheron just needs to not take a bad engagement, play defensively. But yeah, again, this robotics facility is in a lot of trouble. Okay, Colossi doing some pretty good damage, but a lot of the army's just getting chiseled away from Protoss. It's only 2 Colossi and a handful of Zealots. The force field's kind of working slightly against them. That's mostly Marauders. The 2 tanks even doing some good work on this. Okay, the +1 power spike for Acheron did help, but he has to disengage a little. There are 4 tanks here. A little bit of bio reinforcements from Prototype, but it is not going to be too much of a difference. Acheron needs to keep these Colossi alive. One of the Colossi... no, he's got them all together. He's got his 3 Colossi, losing gateway units, and Acheron actually taking a 4th base in the 11 o'clock position. Well, kind of whatever. It's in the northwest, folks. All right, we are going to have a 4cc go down for our Terran player. Okay, I like this. This is actually a pretty good move from Prototype. He's going to go for a multi-prong attack. There's not much in terms of defense, to say the least. Acheron posturing for a Dark Shrine to set up for late game. But again, nothing really there at home to defend. He even has an Artosis pylon on 2 of the gates. Actually, that's a very... Oh my god. He has a couple of Artosis pylons, but good read from Acheron. He recalls. That army is not going to do anything, or rather the double medevac drop from Prototype. Prototype did opt for a double eBay. He is not going into Ghost. He's not going for the single eBay Ghost play as a follow-up. Another robotics facility going down at the 4th. Interesting play. So we're going to start seeing disruptor production, presumably right now. Okay, one disruptor. Yeah, he's got another observer out. Warp Prism actually still... If he pushes the army out of position, hopefully Acheron notices to drop in the third. He's going to find that there are missile turrets in both directions. So the game's kind of at a bit of a lull right now. We are starting to get upgrades from both. Acheron went for his double forge, but Shadow Stride is being researched. Meanwhile, sensor tower getting completed at the fourth, so there's going to be double sensor tower, and our Terran player is going to push one probe scouting on the left flank. And guess what? This observer is going to come in pretty valuable to Acheron. He's going to see this push. And the only thing really lacking in this army, this would be a great time to have Archons, but Acheron didn't know. Ghost Academy just going down. He does have disruptors. He does have the numbers. But a beautiful time for Archons when your Terran opponent does not have Ghosts. Okay. SimCity kind of going to potentially work against Acheron because the Zealots are going to have a hard time fighting this Terran forced in a retreat. We do have 10 medevacs, which is quite a bit. All right, enhanced shockwave being researched. Very good play from Prototype. Alrighty. And that being said, we're going to have a huge push from Prototype out to the northwest. Probe is going to come in useful yet again. Well, again, Acheron with some good scouting information, but can he have enough here? There's not a lot here to defend. Zealot warping, one shield battery is going to buy a little bit of time, but this Terran army is just going to pulverize. Acheron waiting for +3 ground weapons to come. One tank is going to fall, but we're going to stop seeing tank production, obviously, and going into Ghost 30. It's going to be mostly Marauder Ghost production with, well, obviously with Marines, but we're going to see a heavier Marauder and Ghost count as the game goes on. Looks like Acheron's posturing for a 5th base. We're going into Liberators, but we don't see a fusion core just yet for Advanced Ballistics. Ooh, DTs are out on the map. Shadow Stride already finished, and we are going into +2 ground armor for Protoss, +2 ship weapons. Ooh, going into +3 ship weapons for our Terran player, who is getting that fusion core behind this, by the way, as you can see in the production tab. Disruptors are not going to connect, but do zone back the army. It's only, well, no, he's got a good amount of disruptors here. The DTs are where? Did they just die? Funnily enough, some of the Terran army is still stuck up here, trying to find some value. Acheron did manage to thwart that back a little bit. Okay, 5th base going down for Terran as well. But that said, Acheron should have his a little before, and there is all the Blinky boys. There are two missile turrets coming in. Thanks for the follow, Flexi. Yeah, this should be something. No real army units, so these DTs could protect. Oh, nice surround. The DTs getting a beautiful snipe. Well, goddamn, and getting a kill on the unfinished CC. He has to contend with ghosts and stuff. Shadow Stride is on cooldown, but he does get out of there. Keeping those DTs alive is huge. It's an expensive army commitment. And we do have a little bit of a disjointed Protoss already. It looks like the medevacs were pulled back. But again, advanced ballistics going in, 2 liberators means this is going to be a bit of a problem for Acheron, who isn't quite at a point where he's getting into the Stargate transition. He is probably going to need some Stargates eventually. +3 on the way for these liberators, mind you, but +2 is the time where Stalkers just get disintegrated. Oh my god, does this Nova connect? Big damage from Acheron. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. The Liberators don't siege quite in time. Some of the Stalkers do take care of one. We do have a couple that fell before. Oh, some lack of target fire from Acheron. He could have taken a few out. But more Liberators join the forces. Disruptors in the play. He can't really aggressively blink on this. Okay, he's actually taking it out pretty well. GG is called, and Acheron takes game number 1. What a game. That was actually very well played by both of them. I lost internet for a second. Do I have audio? I don't know what's been going on with my shit. Am I back? Can you hear me? Okay, good. $47 is good to see you. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there, but I'm starting to wonder. I'm having a few issues overall lately that nothing I can do about some of it in immediate, but all right, good to see you guys. This is going to be a good series. All right. So truthfully, a little bit of sloppiness in some parts, obviously, from both. But to be honest, these guys are really showing some good games for us here. Obviously, PvP's PvP. I think Inhimba and Renjin did put on a good showing. I just think Renjin probably got a little too carried away with one gate play. And we are good to go, so... hopefully we don't have any more... Apologies for the little loss of connection there. It actually affected the game too, but luckily the game was done. Alright. And here we are. Moving on to game number 2. All right, let's go. Actually, didn't need to do that. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner. Tropical Sacrifice in the red. Give it up for Team Gosu Pros. Prototype in the red. And his opponent in the bottom left. Give it up for Bing Bong Exports. Acheron. Alrighty. So, point on the board for Acheron. Let's see what we got this game. Looks just like a pylon scout for Acheron. See if Prototype decides to change it up and get a little spicy. I have a feeling Acheron's going to play a little more safe and standard, but 4-gate blink is obviously a little bit more of a thing. Yeah, Bing Bong Exports, like an elite, no, you can't join their Discord unless you're invited kind of place. All right. It's almost a real team, but not really. It is by the players. It's like a VIP club of 3-year-olds. And Billy Utters. Alright, anyway. Nexus going down, and I'm losing internet. I'm lagging the players out. Shit. I hope I didn't lag the players out. I'm having fucking internet problems. This is not good. Well, consequently, I think Dave might have to... I really hope I didn't lag these guys out. Well, no, I definitely had... Trust me, I had some major lag. As long as I'm not affecting the players, we're good. Normally, I wouldn't bring this shit up anymore if it's little stuff, but we're... I think I need to start figuring something out here. Okay, double gas after. Nothing too crazy from Prototype. He didn't go immediately into it, but he is going for another, presumably 1-1-1 build. He could go change it up and get a little spicy and go for drop a couple barracks. But we'll see if that's the play. Probably going to be a 1-1-1 again, but we'll find out. Reaper does get... Oh, let's take a look here. He's going to get one kill. Oh, another kill. Acheron again, kind of delaying his production a little earlier. Personally, I think it's safer just to make sure you get that pylon. He goes gas before pylon, so I'm assuming he's going to go for the same build again. Truth be told, that's definitely an indicator he's going for the same build. Hey, what up, Little Mac? Yeah, Acheron is actually going for the same build again. I'm pretty confident of this because it's kind of a super fast while late timing. There it is, blink going extremely fast. He's going for 4-gate blink again. Could change it up and go 3-gate blink and take a Nexus a little earlier, to say the least, but I have a feeling after the scout, he is going to do just that. All right, prototype already setting up for the low ground. That's a very forward-facing bunker again. He wants to block off from all sorts of stuff and get a good defense. With V shall see, it's going to be a Widow Mine drop again. Foul up. Does Acheron get more value with the Adepts? Not like game number 1. Game number 1, that was... oof. Insane amounts of damage he did. Not this game. Game number 2, Adept does fall a little earlier. Acheron dropping a pylon to scout out for medevacs. Nothing really on this position other than the Stalker over here. This whole southeast area of the main base is not covered. Robotics facility finishing up from Acheron. Medevac's done, so we should see the drop come pretty soon. Yep, there we go. It is, yeah, it's going to be another 3 Widow Mine drop. Bit of commitment from our Terran player. All right, let's see. Reaper is still alive. Okay, Acheron is not going to go for the same build. He is just going 2-gate blink, taking a 3rd base. Just playing more standard, just with a Twilight Blink opener. And he's going to play more of a macro game than be as aggressive. And honestly, that may actually be in his favor this game. But he does need to scout this. Again, no vision over here. He does have 5 Stalkers in position, roughly in position. He's staying by the ramp, but he's getting away for 1 Reaper. Acheron, not like this. He's going to be fully out of position. He was just there. He's chasing 1 Reaper with 6 Stalkers. He's not paying attention. We know there's a Reaper there. He blinks forward. We see it in the mini-map, but 13 workers for Acheron. Oh, my goodness. He is down 10 workers now as 1 just popped. He's going to push across the map with just 6 Stalkers. 3rd Nexus is going to finish, but oh, my dear Lord. Jeez. He's even fighting in the tanks. This is not looking like the Acheron in game number 1. Raven's out. That observer has to be careful because that can go down pretty quickly without a snipe. There's no high ground tank. Prototype looks really strong this game. Mistakes were made in total. 15 probes. Well, and, you know, I think it was worth it, guys, the trades. That was part of Acheron's build. Yeah, exactly, Little Mac. That was the play. He wanted to send 6 Stalkers. He warped in an additional from the 5th, which would have been perfect to defend against the medevac, just to blink onto the Reaper. It's totally worth it, guys. It is going to be a charge file up at double forge. Okay, he's going for a double forge play. I kind of like Gateway Man, but these days, sometimes I even regret it, but looks like we're going to probably see a bit of a gate explosion if we can get an economy, but 9 more workers fell for Acheron, bringing the grand total 24 workers to no trades for a Terran player, but a Reaper. There's even a Widow Mine at the 4th. Oh my god. MVP Widow Mines. That said, Stim is about to finish. Concussive shells coming in, and we do already have combat shields. With +1 for a Terran player, so Acheron looks like he's in a lot of trouble. Okay, he's not paying attention to the forward line. Okay, now he is a bit. And does lose a Stalker, doesn't even get a single Marine. 6 probes falling into the 3rd. Acheron is getting folded like laundry this game. I hate to say it, folks. Just saying it like I sees it. +1 ground weapons and armor are not going to be done yet for a Protoss player. He does have charge available. He's down on workers, up on bases. 3rd base going to go down for our Terran player. He's going to be scouted by an observer. And the army is going to go, well, the observer scouting the army is going to go down from the Raven. Shield battery not up yet. We do have an pretty decent energy sentry, but oh no, anti-armor missile is activated. And this is looking like it's going to be over pretty soon. Prototype takes game number 2. So the score is now 1-1. Welcome, Flapjack, Dark Omega, everybody. 47 is Gator, Magnet, Shiny Little Mac, Real Little Mac. Nika, obviously. And other new people. Lexi. Hopefully we have no more issues tearing it, but I think Acheron got little. I think that Reaper just got under the skin, truthfully. Darren Imba's redeemed again. All right, let's see what we got here. That was nice of Acheron to lose to make this. Oh, little Mac. Chat, good job, chat. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Data CD's nuts. Give it up for Bing Bong Exports. Acheron in the teal. And his opponent in the upper, well, bottom left. In the red, give it up for Team Gosu Pros. Prototype. Oh, hell yeah. My favorite is when I cast Goblin on Data C. The D's Nuts jokes just get rolling sometimes, unless I'm really tired. It's nothing but a D's Nuts left and right. All right. Gonna be a gate scout this time for Acheron. Acheron changed it up a bit last game, and hopefully he doesn't think it's just the build. It wasn't the build, it was the fact that he got out of position with 5 stalkers. Other than that, he had excellent map vision. Had he just sent like even a stalker to deal with it, or warped into stalker at the natural and sent that down, he would have been fine. But everybody makes mistakes. We'll see what happens in game number 2 as we continue on. Little high five of the workers as Prototype goes for a Scout 2. Obviously not going for an eBay block. All right, let's see if we get a little difference from Acheron. Is he going to go pylon before gas? For the love of God, go pylon before gas. He's going to do neither. He went Nexus first. Okay. He scouted the SCV. He should have known. He could have got the core and then the Nexus. That would totally not have been a Nexus block. Sorry, guys. I'm getting critical of my buddy Acheron here, but it's just the facts. He scouted it. Could have got the core. Did get his pylon before the gas this time, so that's a little bit all right. Reaper is going out. So, yeah, the late core, though. He's again going to be in problems. The Reaper, he just can't let it get under his skin too much. It's going to potentially lose a couple probes, but ultimately, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's still a nice catch for Terran when they get that, but that said, again, it's not the end of the world. Okay, going to be another blink opener from Acheron. His bread and butter. Some probes are pulled, and a nice micro. He's going to lose the one with the gas. He didn't return cargo, which is the... Okay, does kill the Reaper. Still a little lost mining time. And, yeah, that's about it. Nothing too remarkable just yet. That being said, factory is coming on up for our Terran player. Another 1-1-1 versus another Blink build. Acheron going for the Robo. Singular gate, warp gate on the way. Stalker coming. We're going to see... It's going to be a while before we see anything else come out of Acheron. Actually, it might not. It's a very delayed blink if he does. He may do something cheeky here, guys. We see one gate. We see a Robo immediately after. We see nothing. Well, he doesn't have gas for it. We'll see if that blink comes in. He's probably going to stick to it, but it's a possibility. of DTs when you have an opener like this, but I highly doubt it. It's more than likely going to be blink still. 2 more gates getting dropped. Okay, Acheron is going blink. I think he just changed it up a little bit. But this is going to be a little bit later blink than previous games. And it is looking to be more aggressive. He has his 3rd gate. Probably going to be 4-gate blink again. Let's see. He's going for the Observer first, same as previous game. Is going to be a Widow Mine drop again. Nothing too remarkable yet. We have no trades to report, really, other than those 2 workers and a Reaper. Obviously, a decent catch for Terran, but not the end of the world. Okay, he's going for his gas. Sending a probe over. Going to drop a pylon for scouting. Maybe after he catches these minerals. Medevac is... I think that may have been... Was that scouted? No, I think the Adepts is going to the Zelnaga Watchtower a little later. Pylon's not going to be finished. We do have some stalkers here. Blink's obviously a far cry away. But this Warp Prism can come and... Well, actually, this is going to be hilarious. Wait, what's going to happen here? Okay. Medevac gets some snipes. Are the boys pulled? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. In reference to the Kool-Aid Man. Blink's still not done, so Acheron can't get a snipe on that. One of the Widow Mines did fall. But that said, he does have a Warp Prism on the other side of the map. Is going to push across. And, yeah, it's 1 Widow Mine should be okay. But we'll see. Wait, what's the Zealot doing up on the screen? What the hell is this Zealot doing up on the screen? Guys, please help me. What is this Zealot alert? Well, sorry guys, was that one of the mods? From Streamlabs? Like, what the hell? I've never added... What happened to trigger that? That is very strange. Carbot Zealot came in. Never had that happen on my stream. But anyway, Acheron actually gets some pretty good trades here. Tank is not in a fight here. He gets the Raven. He's trading out most of the Marines. The Marauder's going to go down. Oh my dear Lord. Acheron coming in like Mike Tyson. Biting off an ear. He's going to get a cancel on the bunker. And my dear Lord. Not bringing up stuff that 90% of chat, because you're all Zoomers, are not going to understand for references. But my God. This is like the Evander Holyfield left hook. GG. Is sound desynced? What's with this Zealot? I did not. Did one of you guys add this? Because I did not add this. Did one of my mods add this? That was a crazy game. Am I having the Sal sound desync problem? That could happen. I did have some issues here, though. Onzy connections. Yeah, they both had the same APM in that game. That's interesting. 244 to 244. Yeah, Ground probably added it. So, oh, man. Well, fuck Putin. What the fuck? What's going on with my stream? I'm feeling like I'm getting... But what is this from? Whoever added that, that's going to cause some issues. Now we can't have the Cosmo Kramer stuff come up. I did not add that. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to get subs just to pay for stuff because I'm out of work. So the sub goals are subject to change too, because that onion really fucked me up. All right, we're on to game number 4. Oh, the Zealot. Yeah, I removed the Zealot because it's permanently up on the screen. Yeah, it's because it's permanently up on the screen. Those are for alerts. It's you guys. All right, anyway. Up a point, or not up a point. He has a point, but he's down 1. Give it up for prototype in the upper right and the red. And his opponent in the upper left. Give it up for Acheron in the teal. Nah, one of you guys added something. Was that a donation or something? What happened? Did somebody donate money or something? And I didn't know. I have no idea what that zealot came from, though, but I've never added a carbot. Oh, well, thank you. 47ness, thank you for the $25 donation. I'm sorry we didn't get an alert. I didn't, but I don't know how or why. Normally we have, Well, I guess we're leaving the zealot for now. I'm just going to move it up here for visual alerts. Sorry, guys. I just had a few things happen that I'm a little concerned about. Oh, my gosh. Acheron actually being quite a nuisance with his probe on Stargazers. And you know what? Mr. Blinky Blink. If there's any map that's really good for 4-gate blink, guess which map it is? Or 3-gate blink, for that matter. It's Stargazers. Thank you so much, 47ness. All right, we'll see what we get out of the game numero 4. Are we gonna go to a 5-game series, folks? Yeah, actually, you know what? This is bugging me too. Nothing much to report just yet. Reaper is gonna path around looking for proxies potentially. Interesting pathing, but it is going to be a 1-1-1 again from our Terran player. Reaper is going to again be out, but this time there is an adept out. This probe's certainly going to... yeah, that probe's going down. Potentially 2 probes, but Acheron does lose the one. Is going to be right on top of this. Yeah, he's going to have the stalker earlier. Acheron made a couple cuts. This time he is in a way better position in defense, but I have a feeling this one's going to come a lot closer. Funnily enough, one thing Terrans can do on this map, I don't know who agrees or disagrees, is take this back base and have the bunker here. You're already defended in the main, and if you're against somebody who really likes blink, and you've seen that, good strategy. Take the back base. You can mine it out right away because you're Terran and just fly your CC for 2 seconds. And it doesn't really impact you as much as the other races that take the back third. Okay, Reaper is going to be going down pretty quickly here. Another Widow Mine drop from Prototype. And 47ness, thank you for the donation. What a legend. All right. That said, nothing too remarkable to talk about. Blink 50% done. Another observer coming. Adept is going to take this Elnaga Watchtower and actually catch the medevac. Why would you go here? The stalkers are going to... 2 stalkers going to intercept already, get some damage on the medevac. But Acheron sends more than he probably should have. He does have... no, he didn't have recall. Okay, he does have recall available. Just deactivated right there. Medevac gonna go down, but... oh no, one of the stalkers falling. 2 of the stalkers falling. Okay, the trades now... that is janky. Let's look at the income advantage in favor of Prototype. The army advantage in... army size in favor of Prototype. And the Widow Mine sneakily escapes. This game has gone weird. Acheron with both great defense and not so great. Had he kept that 3rd stalker back, I think he got a little greedy on that medevac, but he did ultimately catch it. Losing 2 stalkers is huge when you're going for blink builds that early in the game. We already have 1 tank out though. And Acheron, why are you coming in this way? He's going to test the waters in the front. Does have a... well, he has an observer up here. But why wouldn't he just go into the back? You can go into the back. whispering because this game is driving me nuts. Acheron only plays well in odd number games. It's so true. Alright, this is already defended in the back. Observer is scouted. We do have a warp prism. Interference matrix or anti-armor missile not available yet for our Terran player. Acheron could potentially engage us. There's no stim, but still, good number of Marines and an auto turret would help defend that tank pretty. Oh, Acheron needs a blink on it now. He does get the snipe on the first tank on the high ground. We do have another one popping soon. Auto turret's dropped, helping the fight a little. Raven is ultimately going to fall. Another tank comes in. Both tanks YOLO'd up forward. Acheron goes for the snipe, but he's taking a lot of damage from the bio. He is getting a lot of damage at the same time, but these are some very injured stalkers. Again, like we saw in game number 1, some pretty high stalker trades, though. That said, if we look at the army size, now Acheron is leading, and Stem isn't even finished. The more he trades as this goes on, before the Stem finishes, the better and better it is for him. He's starting to kill workers. 2 bunkers desperately trying to get up. There is a Marauder in the mix. 2 Marauders, rather. But they're even going to get sniped. Acheron needs to shut these bunkers the hell down. Marine's going to try. One makes it in. But guess what? There's not enough there to really repair it. Too many stalkers. They out DPS. Another tank's going to come in a moment. But it's going to go to Acheron, advancing to the finals. What a game. What a game indeed. Are we out of the finals now? I want to order some food. I should make some stuff. He is cracked. He's cracker Jackeron. Acheron, all I could say is very nice job. We're gonna take a couple minute break. So bear with me, guys. I'm gonna test something. This is probably gonna mess with stuff, but something really goofed. I have no idea what you guys did with where that Carbot thing came from, because I did not add that. Why do we have a random Carbot? Who added that? If you did, like, what? I can't remove it. All right. I'm going to take a break. Give me just a moment. This is 47. It's his lovely picture. That's who did this emote and stuff. SW Pro. Thank you for the raid. I don't remember the Zealot being added to anything. What the fuck? Like, dude, seriously, if one of you guys added it, do you guys need me to do this? Do you guys need me to end the prediction? All right. Wait, no, you guys start the prediction. Thanks again, SW Pro. Sorry about that, guys. Really appreciate the raid, and yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Well, when they're ready. Han and Acheron. You cherish DTs too much, huh? Well, you know what I say to that. Well, we're gonna get this straightened out after the event. Here we are, guys. I'm back from break. We're in the game number 1. It's a best of 7 of the finals for the Vulcan Cup Fall 2022 North American Finals. These were the semis before. And it is a Protoss versus Protoss. Anyway, spawning in the bottom left corner of Data C. Is he going to be seeing these nuts? In the red, it is Inhimba. And his opponent that's confirmed between 3 and 5 years old. Give it up for Bing Bong Exports. Teal Protoss, it is Acheron. Let's see who's going to be seeing this proxy robo. Are we going to have... we might be seeing these nuts with the disruptors again from Inhiba. We'll see. USA. USA. Exactly. Acheron's. Where's Inhiba from? Forgot. Somebody's going to be like... Wisconsin. Russia? On the NA finals? Nice. Makes a lot of sense. Acheron going for a high ground, and Himba doing this too. And, yeah. And Himba reminds me of the kind of guy that's going to do a one base every game again. Well, I mean, even though a laser is Polish, and I know everybody said he looks like Drago. Oh, we had a what spray. We had a what spray from Acheron as he dropped his core. Gotta love it in honor of Forjumicus Maximus. I was gonna say, I actually commented when it was Raynor versus a laser. I'm like, I think I've seen this movie before on Twitter. And I posted Rocky Balboa versus a laser. Or versus a laser. Versus fucking Drago. The laser is Drago. Anyway, supply block gonna be just fixed from Acheron and Himba with the later Cyber Core. I think the spray just got... Wait. That is the most underwhelming spray I've ever seen in StarCraft. It's completely covered by the Cybernetics core now. How you doing, Raven? Alright. Gonna be a double depth opener from Inhiba. And he is gonna drop a pylon. Is he gonna metagame Acheron now and actually expand? Is gonna trap Acheron's probe, but we saw him do this in his previous series. So 2 adepts are scouted. Wait, what was that shade? What? Hello? What was that shade? And Himba going for a proxy pylon here, going for another proxy again. And Himba almost looking like he might expand, but I don't think so, folks. No. Yeah, he is gonna what? Question mark? Okay, he's 3 gating. He's gonna proxy 4 gate. Acheron is going into a Robo, and he's potentially gonna expand behind it, which I don't hate it. Because this would be a hell of a late proxy 4 gate. It'd be a hell of a late in base 3 gate Robo. Okay, is Acheron in position? He is. Does have a sentry on the way, but is gonna drop a little protection with the shield battery. Adept's gonna just cancel the shade and get the hell out of there. Warp gate just now finishing up for Acheron, a little ahead of his opponent. And he actually canceled the sentry. Ooh, Acheron going for the warp prism. Is he gonna have enough? Yep, he does have enough to cancel this. And Stalker's gonna go out and check around. And Himba expanding this game. Hold the phones, as Steadfast would say. This is a little bit of a metagame. So Acheron going for the classic double adept warp prism play. And Himba should be prepared for this. He's going Stargate this game, by the way. With the very not so wild skin. Acheron's had to cancel a few batteries. And Himba going back to retreat to take care of this. Elnaga Watchtower going to scout the warp prism. Acheron is not prepared for this Oracle. Talk about big brain plays in Himba. Making a fool out of Dave here. He's not going to 1 base. He just goes with a 3 gate Stargate play, taking a Nexus. Actually, it was a 2 gate. What the hell? I was looking right at it. 4 workers did fall for Acheron with the Oracle. Foreign invader takes the lead. Big true. All right. Double Oracle is gonna push out. Acheron does have 4 stalkers in defense. Yeah, he's got a little bit here. 4 sentries in interesting defense, and he could pull back to mineral line, but Inhiba is taking a massive worker lead against Acheron. Not surprisingly, he's gonna go for a proxy to follow this up. But Acheron is in a bit of trouble. And Himba's even going into Blink. He's playing a little more standard. Acheron thought he'd play safe, but the Warp Prism's going to do absolutely nada. Going to try to get some adepts in. It was defended very well by Inhiba. He's even opening a little more standard. Now he's going to have a 3rd gate getting into Blink. He's going on defense, getting a couple shield batteries. Acheron's going to push across the map with his 2 Immortals, 5 sentries, a couple of adepts, and a pretty decent group of stalkers. But this is a lot of defense from Inhiba. Inhiba even has the proxy gate behind it. He's going to have Blink. Acheron is not tech behind this, but he's going to take advantage of this. He has a little bit of time before Blink's done. The force field wars have begun and battery overcharge is active. Honestly, you know what I wouldn't hate with this? It's going to sound nuts, but taking the Warp Prism with a double Immortal drop behind this. But oh my god, that stasis ward. I think Acheron's just dead. I mean, it's 2 gates, but this army means a lot. Blink is done. Acheron's just really on the same tech. He's supply blocked. He's down on workers. He's not teched out of this. His whole army's trapped in a stasis ward and about to be force fielded forward with probes. Actually, let's see, unless this is a throw, Acheron force fields all the probes, so now he's buying some time. Okay, never mind. Acheron with the big... I don't know why Inhiba pulled the probes if he didn't have the energy for force fields. I think that was a bit of a blunder, to say the least. Blink or not, I think Inhiba's even forgetting he has Blink a little bit, but he is going to win the fight. Acheron did kill 14 probes, though, which is pretty remarkable. Does lose the War Prism, has a Big Daddy Immortal in there, and it does help in the fight. But he is losing the numbers game. One probe actually comically fighting in this is going to help seal the deal for Inhiba. Acheron posturing for a third base. Hello? Army supply now 9 for Acheron. 2. Yeah, this is... Look at this graph. Inhiba is just so ahead. That was a bit of a throw. That was almost the most amazing fight, followed by the least underwhelming, and Acheron didn't do anything behind this, so consequently, he's just now spending that money, and he isn't going to have enough to defend. There's even a proxy base, which has not been scouted. Acheron's in a lot of trouble. Let's not lie, chat. He is in a lot of trouble. Oh, yeah, Brandon, thank you for the raid. I don't know why my alerts are all screwed up. Something happened with Streamlabs, guys, so I can't have any alerts. And naturally, it happened right now. I don't know if it's a scene. Greatly appreciated, though, Brandon. We have no alerts except for the Carbot Zealot that I didn't add. And I'm serious, if any of you guys did change my stuff that's a mod, please let me know. Because I need to just DM me. We need to get that shit fixed up. It literally didn't happen until just today, coincidentally, so it's sus. Alright. It could be Streamlabs, but this is not looking good for Acheron. Acheron again. Took an amazing fight, but he had no production behind it. He's going to try to hang on by the skin of his teeth, but it's 39 to 19 army supply. Worker count looking pretty even, but he doesn't have Blink. He doesn't have any tech. He can only build Immortals, and he only has 1 shield battery at that. That said, battery overcharge is available, but there's just too many stalkers. Just one-shotting Big Daddy Immortal that was there, and I think this is going to be a GG pretty shortly, or at least it should be. It's funny, battery overcharges, and yeah, there it is. Inhiba takes game number 1. But a shout out to Brandon as well. Thank you so much. Make sure you give Brandon a follow. Anyway, question mark? Hello? Let me test something.
Giddy up.
All right, I'm just testing that. But why is that still sitting there? And they didn't have anything. All right, we're gonna test raids. Donation didn't work.
Hey! Who wants to have some fun?
Very strange shit. Very, very strange shit. The Zealot's just stuck there. No, the Zealot's just stuck there. I have no idea. I don't have the Zealot anywhere. Refresh cache. All right. Well, it's fixed, I think. Something really screwy happened. 1-0, the bad guy. Little Mac coming in hot today. Obviously a big Acheron fan. It's the best of 7. It is the finals. Charlie, who do you think's gonna win? You think Acheron's gonna win? You think Inhiba's gonna win? What do you think, Charlie? What do you think, Charlie Cat? What do you think, Charlie Cat? Oh boy. And a shout out to Little Mac too, always covering tournaments. Little Mac. Brandon, SW Pro again. Alright, let's see here. And 47 is for the $25 donation, which did not flag an alert. And we just had a random zealot appear that when I was away. When they're subjected to your content. I mean, you guys are subjecting yourselves to this content, but it's all the players. All right. Here we go. And let's get this switched around. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner. Cosmic Sapphire in the red. Give it up for Inhimba. And his opponent in the bottom right. Give it up for Mr. Bing Bong Exports himself. In the teal, it is Acheron. With the nice Carbot star on his Nexus. Alright, let's see here. My cat is staring at me like he wants something. That is what the real content is. Alright, let's see what we get out of this game in Himba. Surprising the hell out of Acheron that he actually played a macro game. Procaster ESL content here. I mean, I did cast premier events, but doesn't mean I'm good at it or professional. Anyway, we start making the big bucks. All tens of dollars, which, well, we did make all tens of dollars, and I guess we are. Premier StarCraft content here. Cybernetics score going down a little, actually about the same time for both players. Yeah, actually, I have a photo going in. I'm gonna have 47ness's picture on after. I put one on for now, hopefully, two. But yeah, I actually have a Wikipedia page. Meow. Actually pretty cool. Let's see here. Nothing too remarkable happening except for Inhimba proxy. And again, looks like it would be a proxy Oracle, but it is Inhimba and it is the current patch. I've seen people proxy Robo over here. I'm guessing it's going to be a Stargate this time though, and an Oracle. Acheron, just to throw Acheron off kilter a bit. No, it's going to be a Robo. Going to be 3-gate Robo. Potentially with the in-base. He might just go in for the War Prison play. Acheron scouting for proxies. Not thinking of that location because we usually wouldn't, but I mean, proxy Oracle still happens sometimes. Let's see. Acheron is poking around here. The pathing is going to find the proc. I think that's... Yeah, Acheron scouts this. This is actually really, really big for Acheron. If the Robo finished, that'd be the only thing that would have been bigger for him. That would have been like huge Gabe big. Or as they say. Or as I call it, European bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys. Is what I refer to Big Gabe as. Okay, another probe coming in. 2 stalkers to join. 2 coming way behind. Acheron has all 4 stalkers. Is going to be able to immediately deal with this. Going to kill the probe. Going to put a little pressure on the pylon, but it does have to take the fight a little carefully. Pylon is canceled. Robo is forfeit, and a Twilight Council going down behind for Inhimba. Acheron can kill the Stalker. He is leading the battle. Acheron went Robo again. I don't know what's up with these Robo openers, though. Going to Twilight, man. Wait, it's because he's not going for another base. Interesting play. It is 3-gate Robo from Acheron, so he shuffled it up. But it is going to be DTs from Inhimba. All right, just as of now, let's take a look at the trades. It's just a probe and a pylon, but a denied robotics facility from Inhimba. Making the Chad move of one behind Dark Shrine against a Robo player, which he doesn't really know it's Robo. He does not have the information. Another probe going in, maybe to scout. But I think he may even go to repower. Nope, he's going for proxy pylon. Potentially gate for Dankus Templarius. Oh, Acheron going for a robotics facility. The thing is, he needs to get the information, and he needs to get some damage. There's a shield battery here. Acheron has to be careful. Dark Shrine's well on its way. Battery overcharge is activated. Would like to see a little bit of Micro getting these stalkers in position. Battery overcharge on cooldown again. Is this going to be a proxy pylon? Dark Shrine is going to finish. And Acheron is totally unaware to his situation. He does have an observer out, but where is it? Where's the beef? On the other side of the map. So hopefully he's going to have some energy for a recall available because 2 DTs are warping in at the proxy location. Acheron just with a little bit of high ground vision, gonna try to snipe one of the gates. But these DTs are coming in. Another observer on the way. Acheron, he sees this. He has bought a little bit of time. He's just gonna recall everything, get the hell out of there, and take care of the DTs immediately for even more trades. That's actually a pretty expensive set of trades right there. Okay, we're gonna have some stalkers warping from Inhiba. He didn't go blink, so this is just pure plain Jane stalker. Acheron at the same time, just on Robotech, is supply block building a disruptor from his games against Up a Tree Zelda. Sal has been channeled in Acheron's. So Acheron is taking the warp prism, going across the map, probably gonna warp in some adepts and get some damage. Another observer going over.
Bruh.
But yeah. Oh, Guardian Shield's activated preemptively by Inhiba, but Acheron does activate battery overcharge. Hey, thanks for the follow, Arnie95. Yeah, this is going pretty well for Acheron. When the disruptor pops, that's just going to be it. It'll be Ogre. Probes are pulled. Acheron's holding the force field is a bit of a nuisance, but the shield battery still stands. And guess what? You know what doesn't help this? The force field against the Nova. Acheron gets his warp prism in position. Looks like we could see potential GG pretty quick. Zealots and Stalkers warping in. There was no charge research to follow up. It's 1 base to 2 bases, folks. Acheron looks like he has this game in the bag. What happened to the disruptor? Oh, it's hiding over here. Oh, big balls of steel. Jerry Lee. Oh my God. Acheron taking a game number 2. Well, yeah, of course he could repo. That's was my thought was he was going to do that. But no, he was just going to use it for a Dark Shrine. It was a smart play, but unfortunate. Little Mac, I love you, bud. All the cheer here. Supposed to be a little unbiased. You know what team would love to have Acheron? What team would love to have Acheron? You know what team would love to have Acheron? I even mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I know a team that'd love to have Acheron. Yes, Bing Bong Exports. Kirktown, exactly. Acheron, pseudo Kirktown. I was gonna say Psystorm Gaming, but Bing Bong Exports is his team of moment. But we have Haas, Captain Canuck. That's all I'm saying. We have Haas. Score is now 1-1, and in the bottom left, he ain't so Imba in the last game. Give it up for Inhimba in the red. And his opponent in the upper right, representing the planet of the apes. Give it up for our primate. He's Acheron in the teal. True, you do. Captain Canuck, you and I can go on all day. We have max packs. All I can say is max packs. Goomy God. Special is on the roster still for now, but for coolness factor, I don't know. I like Alpha X. I do like me some Alpha X. Estrella is pretty good, but you have me on max specs. But I mean, Estrella is pretty Chad move, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had my shitting pants on when I saw Haas. The only thing that would have made me have more of an erection would be if we had, if SOS somehow got out of the military and that announcement was Psystorm Gaming had SOS, but Haas and Florencio on the same team. Who would have ever imagined? Better than Rain. I don't know. I think Rayner's the up-and-coming world. I still think he's the up-and-coming world champion Protoss player. My paisan Rayner. All right, so you guys say what you want. It's gonna be like Rayner's gonna be the new innovative hero. Alrighty. Anyway, we're going on a lot of banter, but it's a 2-gate versus a 2-gate and a clone fiesta with an Inhiba going for a proxy Stargate this game. Certainly to be an Oracle this time, and no proxy Void Array like we saw in the first series. I felt really sad for Inhiba's opponent in our first series. That last game, he got taken to Princeton. He was taken to Princeton off patch. All right, lots of... what the hell? We have probes and stalkers everywhere. Stargate... oh. Well, almost scouted. Acheron has probes everywhere, but no scouts. Looks like Inhiba may go for a Nexus behind this, because it's just a Stargate opener for an Oracle. Yeah, so... actually, funnily enough, it's going to be an Oracle versus an Oracle, but guess what? There's nothing in defense for Acheron. Everything's postured toward the natural. But it's a proxy Stargate Oracle. This could get a lot of damage done. And if Acheron had any information on this, which he doesn't, it's a proxy, he certainly would have opened with a Phoenix. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh no, not like this. Acheron's going to try to jet as quick as he can up to the main with the 3 stalkers. Oracle going to go on the other side of the map. Inhiba has 4 stalkers postured right at the Nexus, so he's gonna just totally shit on this. Oh, nice rev tag from Acheron. He does save the Oracle, which is pretty nice, but double Oracles out is kind of rough. Acheron going for more stalkers, which I don't hate it, but just 1 Phoenix. I think 1 Phoenix is definitely worth it. If nothing else, for some zoning, because, well, 2 stalkers and a sentry versus 2 oracles. Well, there's a shield battery too, but 2 stalkers died to 2 oracles, but the one is pretty battered and bruised. Acheron just committed to the 1 oracle, which I don't hate. Did keep his probe alive. And Inhiba going for yet another proxy pylon. He's going for proxy gate, I'm sure of it. Yeah, he's got his Twilight. Neither player with blink. And it hasn't been started yet, just from how things open. Now we're going to start seeing blink coming from Inhiba. Acheron just behind it. So Inhiba is going to follow up with presumably 4-gate blink on 2 bases. Does have... the economy is basically, funnily enough, the same. The 3 stalkers should defend this from Acheron. Acheron is trying to get vision, keep posturing out. It is transitioning to a pretty normal PvP. Nice rev tag from Inhiba. All right, the 2 stalkers coming in, and will Acheron do this? By the way, I think the winner is the winner the $150 prize money from the Vulcan Cup finals. All right, we do have a shield battery from Acheron, none for Inhiba, so we're gonna have to start building those up. If his push doesn't work, that stasis ward's gonna be a bit of a problem. Acheron going into a robo, funnily enough. He knows this isn't going to be heavy Stargate pressure at this point. I don't really hate going into Robo, as long as he has blink. But Inhiba's going to have it quite sooner. Hasn't really postured out yet. He does have a massive army supply lead at the moment. And the ability to reinforce, which is quite nice. The 2 Oracles still going to be a nuisance, but Acheron does still have defense. once Blink's done, he can take care of it. Oh no, the stasis ward! Acheron doesn't see it. Okay, he does only lose 2 stalkers, but those 2 stalkers are going to be pretty paramount to this defense. Those are dead. Those are 100% DED dead stalkers. Ooh, a very nice aggressive blink from Enhimba. Acheron does have energy for battery overcharge. If he gets to a point where he thinks he can use it, the 2 stalkers actually buy him some time, but he does lose 10 probes. Enhimba up by 10 workers, too. This game is looking very much in favor of Enhimba. Oh, Acheron had to pull. That's why the 2 oracles taking out the main base mineral line pretty heavily. This is looking pretty rough for Acheron. Battery gets sniped. No battery overcharge if there's no battery. And this looks pretty ogre. GG Enhimba takes game number 3. Very, very well done. We already have a lobby. We can get an indeed. I think I fixed the alert shit. Oops, sorry guys. I normally never do this in tournaments, but it does time out. So, Captain Canuck. We are just waiting for players here. So Enhimba's up a map. It's a best of 7. So we do need 4 points on this. Man, I think how Enhimba came in the semifinals, he totally got into Acheron's mind. It is totally seeming to be the case. But he is being extra cheeky, even in the finals. Totally shifting up from the guy that 3-gate roboed and even did proxy Void Ray in previous games. In the semifinals, Acheron was not expecting this. You could clearly tell. But can he come back? Swinging hard. For Bing Bong Exports. And I'm not joking. That's his team name. Led by the 5th Beatle himself, Billy Utters. And, you know, some other people aren't there.
Look at Benja.
You ball, what a trash can noob.
Actual Slip Chip. One day Slip Chip's gonna come in and he's gonna sound like he's so much older. It's gonna be hilarious. All right. All right, all right, all right. And here we are. Game number 4. Spawning in the upper left, up 2 points. Give it up for Enhimba in the red. And he's certainly dancing in the moonlight, hoping for a win in the bottom right, representing Bing Bong Exports. Give it up for Acheron. Fun fact, Acheron's future plans are to be an engineer and an aquarium owner. If Acheron wins, he's getting a command. And it's going to be, that's actually cringe. Alrighty. Alright, that said here, we do have double gas from both high ground. Looks like it's going to be 2-gate. Let's see what shenanigans these folks have in store for us coming up. Also, guys, I'd like to let you know 1 p.m. Eastern, if my ass is up, we have the EU finals. The curveball being Dave's sleep schedule. I've missed larger events than that. Actually, I missed a pretty big event the day after my birthday because I was passed out. Acheron going to proxy this game, it looks like. Curious to see what we get. And, yeah. Can Acheron come back? Inhiba still would need 2 maps to clean sweep it with a 4-1 in this best of 7. So anything is possible here. Are we going to go to game 7? That is the question. All right. It's going to be Proxy Robo from Acheron this time. And Inhiba looks like he's just going for a 2-gate expand. Hopefully for Acheron's sake, it's a standard timing expand. But it looks like he may be postured just to go for the 2 stalkers and just wait. Nope, Inhiba's going to... No, he's taking out of this. He is going for the 4 units. Acheron does sack a probe. Oh, not before the spray is down. Let's go. Not before the spray is down. He keeps the probe for the most important thing. This Robo is going to be scouted. Acheron does have a couple stalkers. Can go to defend it. And Inhiba not reacting. He's just going to build a shield. Okay, he's going to cancel. He is going to react. This is going to be... pretty okay for Inhiba. Acheron doesn't have any other map presence. Is going for an Immortal. But we did lose a probe, so he's not going for a proxy gate with this. Probe going on the other side from Inhiba in the meantime. Robo going down for him as well. It's 3-gate Robo from Inhiba. Acheron on 2-gate Robo. This could be a bit problematic. Acheron's going to be in for a bit of a surprise as he sees the Nexus has been canceled by Inhiba. All right. Immortal is putting in the work. Shield battery be damned. The Zealots have to be respected a little bit, but obviously Stalker's going to kite. Force fields have already been activated. Acheron takes a pretty okay-ish trade here. That said, the army size, yeah, he's got more units. Robo is coming for Inhiba as well. Another shield battery coming down is pretty nice for Inhiba. But Acheron's going to get all this. And Inhiba is postured to take a proxy, potentially in Acheron's triangle 3rd, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Pylon going down momentarily. No, Acheron's going to just have the War Prism out. There's going to be another Immortal eventually from both. This one coming from Inhiba is going to be quite nice for him, but this gateway looks in jeopardy. There is a shield battery on the high ground, though. With the Immortal, this could be rough. Yeah, oh, Acheron sees it, does force field this. Debate some more time, and this pylon going down the rough. Inhiba does have a pylon in triangle 3rd, as Acheron does have an Immortal to reinforce. Inhiba going right into a robotics bay, which is a very smart move, and he is going to go proxy with yet another gate, so he's actually lost a gate, going to gain some production and potential to drop in some adepts fast, or just pressure. Acheron takes a Nexus behind this. Crazy game. Trades still weaning in favor of Acheron quite a bit. He only lost an Immortal and a Probe and is getting value done, but that proxy and the fact that there's the potential for disruptors as time goes on means Inhiba could technically buy himself back into the game. But that said, oh, War Prism isn't going to be able to save that Stalker because it's in Warped mode. This looks like a dead gateway. However, yeah, that disruptor's almost done. Acheron doesn't have any vision on this. There's no observers. Observers are definitely nice touches. these scenarios, but unfortunately there's not going to be any. Probe is just going to chill right here, so Acheron not really paying attention to the front line of his base because he's assaulting. Oh no! Okay, the Warp Prism is going to see this. Acheron does avoid the first Disruptor. Warp Prism going out from Inhimba is going to be pretty helpful. Another Immortal out for Acheron. Acheron has no idea this proxy's here, however, except for there's a probe chilling there. You could see it in the mini-map, but what can you do? Purification Nova is going to be off cooldown eventually here, but Acheron has to be careful as the fight ensues. Nova not going to catch anything, but another Disruptor is in production. Warp Prism's here, so this is going to make it a little more difficult for Acheron. His opponent has a Warp Prism as well. Does have some energy for Force Fields. Inhimba has 1 sentry left. Another Disruptor is going to make this difficult. It's a lot of shit for one base, though. Acheron's not really doing too much with this. He's dropping another gateway, dropping a battery, getting some units in. He's going for a double Immortal drop. He's attempting a double Immortal drop, but that's a lot of Stalkers. He has to be mindful of it. He's trying to take care of some of this production. Does he pick up the units? Oh my god, this is one endangered Warp Prism. Oh my god, he gets it right out of there in time. Acheron going back with some more units. Doesn't anticipate a proxy, but did kill the probe. So he should know something's up. What I'd really like to see is Gravitic Drive being researched out of the Robotic Support Bay, as Magic Turtle 1313 calls it. The Robotic Support Bay is the most wiggly structure there is. Second place may belong to the Fusion Core Dance. Anyway, that said, 2 Disruptors are going out in the middle of the map. Does Acheron catch it? Oh, that is a huge catch. GG. Acheron taking game number 4 right in the middle of the map, coming in swinging. That was definitely a interesting game. It is now even Stevens, and it's an odd map. Is the ball gonna swing in Acheron's court? Little Mac actually was saying he's been favored on odd maps today, which has been true. We'll see. This could go either way, but quite good stuff. All right. We are moving onward and upward to game number 5. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Waterfall, representing Bing Bong Exports in the teal. He brought a point back. It is Acheron. And his opponent in the upper right. Give it up for Inhimba in the red. And bear with me here. Alrighty. Nothing too remarkable to point out just yet. You know, we've not seen a cannon rush today at all. Not surprising. But who knows? Maybe somebody... I would put odds that Inhimba would be the one to do like a 2-gate cannon rush in match point. I don't know about you guys, but Inhimba seems like the kind of guy that would break out some form of a cannon rush, presumably a 2-gate. When we're at the last match. We shall see. We shall see. Alrighty. Nothing too remarkable yet. Inhimba may just do a metagame proxy pylon. Yeah, he's going to do a metagame pylon in his natural just to get under Acheron's skin, make him look all over the map because it's Inhiba. I highly doubt he's going to scout that. And yeah, that's about it. He's going out for a scout of his own. Acheron confused. He's expecting a proxy second pylon, but we shall see. Actually, he doesn't seem to react too much to this. He is going to see the probe come out a little later, but a proxy second pylon could be anywhere. Honestly, a pretty good series for a finals for PvP. Both these guys playing pretty well, bringing us some interesting plays. All right, Acheron does get the scout. It is gonna, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a robo in base. What a 500 IQ play. And Inhiba has such cool plays. Let's be real here. Acheron's gonna let the pylon finish, being annoying, expecting a Nexus. He's even gonna, well, actually, he's gonna take a Nexus. Acheron not. Acheron going 3-gate robo, but this is actually 2-gate robo with a Nexus. Yeah, very cool play from Inhiba, but yeah, this is driving. Look at Acheron's looking everywhere for a proxy. He's gonna find that this is a Nexus and there's gonna be a shield battery and there's gonna be a robo before his. Acheron's in a very, very dire situation if he doesn't react. Like, he didn't build a sentry. He's being aggressive, but one sentry would mean a world of difference because he could have hallucinated, scouted this. Like, very easily. And that is going to cost him quite a bit in game number 5. Potentially. Yeah, he's going for the Warp Prism, preparing for an Oracle, potentially, because he did have a little bit of pressure in, was it game number, I think it was game number 2. No, it was game number 3. An Immortal, a Shield Battery, and Stalkers and Sentries are certainly going to hold this. Acheron has now got his shit and pants on. He's going to have to try to find some value. Doing a smart move. Pulling in Inhiba. He's taking a Robotics Bay behind this. Inhiba going for a Twilight, playing it pretty standard. He now has base advantage. Acheron cancels whatever he was warping in accidentally. Is going to get a sentry. He's going to try to disjoint the arm. Oh, if he can pull this off, this is huge. So he wants the force field off the army. There are some defensive units and segmented a bit. Okay, nice force field. Acheron does have a ton more units here. Not, but obviously not leading an army, but he is going to buy some more time. He needs another sentry. He depowers 2 pylons and gets an, oh, that was a missed target fire on the force field, or missed force field, I should say, period. Yeah, this is a bit of pressure, but he's not looking at a bit of a trouble. He's taking care of some of the Stalkers, but the Immortals are going to be a bit of a problem. Does Acheron save it all? He does. Nothing in production from either player for the moment, but this is a 2-base Protoss to a 1-base Protoss. Depowering the only 2 active gates is good, but there's a Forge. Twilight is not producing anything, obviously, because it was depowered. And Acheron going for Disruptors behind this is pretty cool. All right, he's getting some Adepts. Yeah, he's going to try to get some Adepts in. Well, guess what? Probe is going to scout this. But with the delay on the Warp Gates, this could be pretty big. The Adepts are going to at least annoy. They're certainly going to get some value. They are certainly going to get some value. There's no doubt about it. Acheron going to attack the Shield Battery. In the meantime, just a little bit getting some hull damage. Adepts still doing the work. 8 workers falling for Inhiba. And behind this, we have Disruptors rolling in across the map. First one is out. I love this Adept play from Acheron. That said, he has to be careful of the 2 Immortals still. The battery is exposed, but oh, those force fields really are going to hurt Acheron. 9 workers fell, though. And Acheron actually pretty... The economy is oddly too close for what this is, but +1 is still on the way. Oh, buddy. Oof. Doesn't kill any Stalkers, but deals some serious hull damage to the Immortals. Battery overcharge available. Again, Acheron needs to disengage, maybe do a shade. And, well, there's not a lot of Stalkers here, so he can save the Warp Prism. Disruptor just taking some shield damage. Behind this, we do have an observer just keeping eyes on the army. Another immortal coming in for Inhiba. Acheron just now getting another disruptor. Looks like he's posturing to take a Nexus. Does he have gas saturation? He pulled one off for a second, so he still has gas sat, so that's good. Alright. Acheron trying to do God's work to hold. I mean, it's funny, the aggressor holding sounds hilarious, but it is the case. The Adept's trying to do some good work against the Immortals, at least trying to... I don't know, it's a funny fight. Not quite Immortals and... Adepts and Marauders, but... another Disruptor is coming all the way across the map finally. Just now, Acheron going for second base. Does the Nova hit? Yes! And what a hit. Kills one of the Immortals, but at the expense of the Nova and a lot more units. The trades are dead even minus the gas. Pretty crazy stuff. Acheron, if he keeps this pressure on, he's going to have an economy behind this, and I'm losing internet again? Oh, come on, play. Well, I don't know if you guys could see me. Guys? Well, I'm,